Welcome to the movie tour. Today we are going to talk about the wonderful film from 1998, The Parent Trap.
You started without me, bro?
Well, you were late, man.
Well, yeah, I had to look good on camera. Also, you should shave that thing growing on your face.
My facial hair?
Cha, it's unbecoming.
Look, can we just, okay? Like I was saying, today we talk The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap.
I'm so gonna regret having you on this channel.
Right on, bro, Montana.
You know what, Rick? I don't think that this double hosting thing is gonna really work. Go play video games or something.
Fine, bruh, you're lost. But can I say one thing before I go?
Fine.
Hey, ladies.
Oh
How
my
you
gosh,
doing?
get out of here now.
Fine, no need to get touchy. Jeez, not that you could edit that anyway.
Oh, this freaking guy. The movie begins with a wedding on a boat. That is a sinking ship waiting to happen. It seems like they clearly don't want to pay the actors for this intro since they shoot it from overhead and they never really show their faces. Welcome to Camp Walden, an all-girls camp, although there definitely is a lost boy who does not belong.
I thought this was a boys' camp.
This boy is actually Lindsay Lohan's real brother, Michael. We get Lindsay Lohan in her first feature-length movie role, and a limo pulls up. It's Hallie's twin, Annie. Man, I'd love a butler. Hey Rick, you wanna be my butler?
Sure, brah, get me some cheese whiz.
No. You be my butler. You go get me the cheese
Oh.
whiz.
No, that's gonna be a big no for me, dog.
It was worth a shot. The two girls have a close call, but they don't notice each other. And then they have a fencing match. They are so good. If you enjoy a good sword fight, check out the Mask of Zorro movie tour. The link will be in the description down below, or you can get there by tapping the icon in the corner of the video. And then it finally happens. They see each other for the first time. OMG twinning! Nice. The twins then get real nasty with each other. This must be Lindsay Lohan's audition tape for Mean Girls.
Your ears, well, don't worry, you'll grow into them. Your teeth are a little crooked. Oh, and that nose, well, don't worry, dear, those things can be fixed. We'll make a decker for you.
And they seem to hate each other immediately. They eventually play poker together and Annie gets a straight flush, which I looked it up and the odds of that are 72,000 to 1. And then Hallie gets a royal flush and the odds of that are 650,000 to 1. And then the odds of both of them getting these hands in the same game is nearly 47 billion to 1. Wowzer, these girls need to go play the lottery like right now. Annie loses and then they make her jump in the lake naked and they steal her clothes. They then begin pulling pranks on each other. I'm not sure how an 11-year-old would do this. I wouldn't even be able to pull that off. Beds are heavy.
I could do it.
They did all of this without waking them up. These girls are the heaviest sleepers ever. And things get worse when the counselors show up and they get in even bigger trouble. Maggie Wheeler is one of the counselors and I was just waiting the whole movie for her to call out Chandler Bing's name.
You love me, Chandler Bing.
Oh, no, I don't.
The duo get put in the isolation cabin, so that means their punishment was to get a bigger, cooler cabin that they don't have to share with more girls? Here they bond over an open window, they close together, and now they are besties?
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
They find out that they have the same birthday, and then they learn that they are twins. I'm just so impressed. Keep in mind that these are the same person, and they are hugging each other. It's mind-boggling. Hey Rick, you want a hug?
No way, man. You wanna try to edit that?
Good point. Stay over there. Lindsay Lohan had to wear an earpiece to hear the dialogue spoken by the other sister, just to get the timing right here. You should note that Rick and we don't have earpieces. Just saying. Hallie and Anna then decide to switch places and they begin to teach each other everything that they're gonna need to know. Hallie then cuts Anna's hair and then realizes that one of them has pierced ears. So they grab an apple. I guess an apple is actually helpful in the piercing process since an ear is spongy and it moves a lot. The apple will keep it stable and it prevents the needle from going through the ear and poking your neck or your fingers on the other side. Camp has now ended and now Anna's going to London.
No, that's Hallie.
Oh, this is confusing. Hallie arrives at the airport and look who it is, Lindsay Lohan's real life family. This is her mom, her brothers Dakota and Michael, and her sister Allie Lohan. And she definitely wanted to see what her big sister was doing. Look at that. Hallie masters the handshake with Martin and heads to meet Mommy. We get a Beatles reference as Mommy shows off her fashion designs. Natasha Richardson does a wonderful job playing Elizabeth James, their mom. She was at one point married to Liam Neeson and they had 2 children together. But sadly, Natasha passed away in March of 2009 due to a skiing accident. Next, we get Anna in Cali meeting up with her father, Nick Parker, played by Dennis Quaid.
No, it's Dennis Quaid.
Oh, he's right, Quaid.
Man, you're terrible at this. Dennis Quail. Like the bird?
They get to the vineyard and Sammy the dog doesn't know who she is. And Anna meets Chessie. And yeah, it's Chessie, not Jessie. She's played by Lisa Ann Walter. We also meet Meredith Blake, played by Elaine Hendricks, Daddy's new potential girlfriend, and she is just awful.
Yeah, awful cute.
No, just
Rawr.
awful. Annie calls Hallie and lets her know about how their dad's now in love. Hallie doesn't buy it and she hangs up on her. Lindsay Lohan is perfect for the role of Hallie and Annie, but did you know that Mara Wilson, Scarlett Johansson, and Michelle Trachtenberg also auditioned for the role? I'm guessing the Olsen twins weren't available? That would have made the whole filming process much easier. Chessie then gets very suspicious and Annie lets her know the truth.
I am Annie.
Chessie gets emotional and for some reason Daddy just ignores that because he really wants his daughter to know that he wants to marry Meredith. And Annie goes ballistic. I don't blame her. The girl was at camp for only 8 weeks and Daddy wants to marry Meredith after just 2 months of dating? You know, since we're talking about time lengths here, I thought I'd let you know that the film took 8 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days to film. Hallie and Annie then have another call and she lets her know that her dad is now getting married. Now she has to go and tell Liz what's the sitch.
You're not Annie. That would be correct. You're Hallie?
Hallie and Mom fly to San Francisco. Meredith and her parents are there. Meredith's mom is played by Joanna Barnes, who actually played the wicked girlfriend on The Parent Trap from 1961. Nick eventually sees Elizabeth by the pool and falls in. Liz and Nick finally get a chance to talk, and Hallie and Annie expose the truth. We get a heart-wrenching and beautiful family moment. That night, Lohan 1 and 2 surprise their parents with a date on a boat, a way to recreate their wedding. Liz then talks about packing up and leaving during their fight all those years ago. And now we've reached the movie tour pit stop where I test your knowledge of the film with some movie trivia. In this scene, we get a bit of backstory of their breakup fight. We also learn that Liz was so mad that she threw something at Nick's head all those years ago. What was that item that she threw? Was it A, a shoe, B, a vase, C, a hairdryer, or D, canned soup? Lock in your answers down in the comments below and we'll revisit the pit stop at the end of the tour. They come up with a plan and the kids do not like the plan, so they try to trick their parents and make it nearly impossible to figure out which girl is which. I know the struggle. They tell them that they want to go camping and then once they do, they'll admit who is who. And of course, Meredith hates the plan, so Liz invites her along and then completely drops out of the trip altogether. And then Annie or Hallie or whoever the heck this is adds rocks to Meredith's bag to make the hike even more difficult. And then she puts the lizard on her water bottle and then on her head and it crawls into her mouth. This scene required a real lizard, a fake lizard, and a mechanical one to create this hilarious sequence. They even drugged her and then dragged her out to the lake. And that was the final straw. She then tells Nick that he has to pick either the kids or her, and of course he's gonna pick the twins. And now it's time to say goodbye. Annie and Liz make it back to London, and when Liz walks into the office, she sees that Hallie and Nick are there. They kiss and live happily ever after. And in the end credits, we actually get a dedication for Hallie. This is in reference to Nancy Meyers, the director, her real life daughter, Hallie. Hallie is actually an actor and a director. In fact, she wrote and directed the 2017 film Home Again starring Reese Witherspoon. Now let's get back to the movie tour pit stop. The question was, what item does Liz throw at Nick's head when they're talking about their story of their fight all those years ago?
For the day you packed.
No, that day I remember perfectly. Did I hurt you when I threw that, what was it?
It was a hairdryer.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Do me a favor and like the video if you guessed it correctly. Heck, like it even if you got it wrong. Who are you kidding, man? You're not gonna get any likes. Why not?
Well, the video was okay, but it needs something spicy, like, oh, I know. I'll flex my muscles. You'll get all the likes.
Well, I'm Vic.
I'm Rick the model.
We'll see you next time on the movie tour.
Deuces.